Let's read what the Free Encyclopedia has to say about The Way to Eden. They're going to summarize it better than I can or want to. I don't dislike this episode, but well, it's fairly silly, that's very fair to say. Originally, the teleplay was titled Joanna and was written by D.C. Fontana, the title character being Dr. McCoy's daughter, who had become romantically involved with Captain Kirk. Yikes. Later, she was changed to Irina, and Chekhov was made her foil. Fontana's script is so heavily rewritten that she asked for her name to be removed from it and replaced with her pseudonym Michael Richards, which she also used for the episode That Which Survives. In a 2009 interview with the AV Club, Charles Napier recalled auditioning for the part of Adam, yes, that is him, which is his first guest starring role. He won the part by jumping onto a table and singing The House of the Rising Sun in front of others trying for the part. The episode has generally been seen as one of the weakest in the show's history, but its portrayal of characters representing the counterculture of the 1960s has produced widespread comment. Zach Handlin of the AV Club gave the episode a C- rating, describing the space hippie characters as too strange and irritating for me to view them sympathetically, and finding fault with the singing, which he described as the worst kind of padding. Handlin noted as a positive aspect that the episode did allow for the voice of dissent against the utopia portrayed in Star Trek. In their compendium of Star Trek reviews, Trek Navigator, Mark A. Altman and Edward Gross both viewed the episode negatively, describing it as having aged badly because of the hippie characters and also noting the poor musical parts of the episode. Grace Lee Whitney, who had played Janice Rand in early episodes of the show, described the episode as a clinker on a par with another third season episode, Spock's Brain. Well, I wouldn't go that far personally. I think this is entertaining. Spock's Brain's biggest flaw is that, aside from being incredibly stupid, is that it's just tremendously dull and boring, I think. And actor James Doohan, who portrayed Chief Engineer Montgomery Scott, often called it a nothing episode. Several writers have discussed the way the episode represents the space hippies. Aniko Bodrogozy touched on the topic in her book Groove Tube, 60s Television and the Youth Rebellion. In it, Bodrogozy noted a negative and positive portrayal. On one hand, Severin's followers have been duped and must return to civilization, apparently contrite, chastened children. On the other, they challenged the supposed benefits and superiority of the Federation, which Bodrogozy described as a reading of the counterculture. Timothy Brown argues that Dr. Severin is a clear stand-in for Timothy Leary. Like the acolytes of Leary, Charles Manson, and other counterculture leaders, Severin's followers are under the spell of charismatic but dangerously unhinged leaders and stand for a 60s generation in the thrall of misled idealism. In 2015, Wired magazine suggested this episode was skippable in their binge-watching guide for the original series. In 2017, Den of Geek ranked this episode as the number one best worst Star Trek episode of the original series, noting its unique entertainment value. See, I would agree with that assessment more so. In 2016, TV Line ranked this as having one of the top 20 moments of Star Trek, in this case the space hippie concert in the Enterprise sickbay. In 2024, Hollywood.com ranked The Way to Eden at number 75 of the 79 original series episodes. It is not that bad, come on. Noting it could be a Muppet Show parody. Well, I mean, that's still more entertaining than most of the dull dreck that came out in Star Trek at times.